So how did running heal me, even when I hated it? Here are all my medals. So me, I'm the type of person who's not really into sports. When I was in junior high school, I really hated PE. During 8th grade, I got a line of 7. I still remember it. It was second grading, and it is because of a volleyball activity. I did my best, but I'm not really athletic. I ended up with a lot of bruises in my arms. Still got a line of 7. If you told my high school self that one day I would run a marathon, she would laugh at you. I always believed I'm not built to do any sports. That's always my belief in my mind, that I'm not really an athletic person. Why did I start running? So I started running because 2024 was not my best year. And I come to the point that I really want to change something in my life. And I read somewhere that if you wanted to change something in your life, you have to change your habit. And it means you have to change something in your daily activity. So at that time, I was thinking, what type of activity should I do? And my best friend asked me, I think we should start running now. That's when I decided I will run. And when I said I will run, I will not try. I will run. We started running just on a treadmill. I did 1K, 2K, 3K until I managed to do 8K on a treadmill. I was really consistent in running until I managed to run 8K. That's when my best friend asked me if I wanted to join her. She will register on a fun run. It was Manila Marathon, and it was my first fun run. It was a 10K fun run. And I still remember this fun run so clearly because it was my first fun run. And I was not really knowledgeable about race. So I bring a lot. I borrowed my cousin's small bag and I put a lot of things. I put the camera inside of it and it was so heavy. And during the gun start, I was running as fast as I could. You shouldn't do that. So I ran as fast as I could. I ended up, my heart is pounding so hard that I thought I'm having a heart attack. So I stopped. Because I said to myself, I will not die here. I will not die in this place. I just started running and I'm not gonna die on my first fun run. So I stopped, I jogged, and I just walked. Realizing it now, I could say to myself that running is not really for me and stop there. But during that time, I was so eager that I need to change something in me. So I still continue running. And after that, we still continue to run fun runs. After that, I run a 10K in Ortigas. And then I run a PCSO charity run 10K. So I did a lot of 10K after my first one. And that's when my best friend asked me if I wanted to join her to do a 16K in Baguio. And Baguio is full of uphill. And I was like, I really wanted to change. I want to be better. So I was like, yes, I would go with you. I would join you to do a 16K in Baguio. And unfortunately, my best friend got injured during our last 10K. The doctor advised that she shouldn't run like for 3 weeks, I think. So she cannot go to Baguio to do a 16K. But at this point, I was like, I already told myself that I'm gonna run 16K in Baguio. I did. After doing JCO, I did the 16K in Baguio. 16K in Baguio. This was my hardest run until now. I remember this this race so clearly. I'm just alone during this race. I went to Baguio. Start of the run is 3 a.m. I went to the gun start area. And I saw the people are from military and I was like, what do you mean? I'm not prepared to run as fast as I could in Baguio, the gun start. And everyone was so fast. And mind you, this is an uphill. So I was really catching with them so that I wouldn't be the last. Since I'm not trained to do an uphill in Baguio, I injured myself at 5K. But I was so eager at this point that nothing can stop me. I still continue on the race. Looking for medic so that they can put a pain reliever on my feet. They told me that the medic is on 8K. So from 5K, I'm just enduring the pain. Can't wait to go to the medic at the 8K mark. When I reached the 8K mark, the medic was not there. The medic went down already and I'm already in pain. So I still continue it because at this point, I was really... If I set my mind into it, I will get it. And at 10K, one of the staff approached me and asked me if I wanted to go straight to the finish line. And I was like, I already told myself that I'm gonna get that medal. If I'm gonna crawl just to get that medal, I will crawl. I got that medal. I was really trained to endure pain in Baguio. That was my hardest run. Imagine like from 5K and I still have 11K left to run while my feet is injured. That was the hardest run. After that, I was barely able to walk. But you know what I did? I registered for half marathon in Cebu. I have to book a flight going to Cebu since I'm from Manila. This was second to the hardest run. All the things that you shouldn't do, I did. You shouldn't wear a brand new shoes for the first time on a race. And I did that. And I wasn't trained to do a half marathon, so I wouldn't advise that. Basically, I'm just training myself to endure pain at this point. So I did a half marathon in Cebu, and during the last 5 kilometers, the bottom of my feet is burning. Like every step, it's like I'm stepping on fire. After the run, I saw the sole. It's full of blisters because of the new shoes. But at this point, since I paid a lot to go to Cebu, I told myself I wouldn't go home without that medal. I got it. I learned a lot at this point. This was the last fun run I did in 2024, and I told myself that I would be consistent in running. In 2025, I told myself that I would really be consistent in training, and before I join a fun run, I would train well. So I did multiple 21Ks. I did a lot of half marathon. I did 4 half marathon during this year. That's when I realized that if you train well, you can do well, and it's not gonna be as hard when you don't have training. And you have to sleep, eat, and prepared for the run. My goal this year is to run a full marathon, so I was really training for it. And when I did 32K in Cebu again last August, I was really scared to do it because the first time I extended my distance was in 16K in Baguio, and it was so hard for me. Then my next longer distance was 21K in Cebu, and it was also so hard for me. So when I did 32K in Cebu, I was also very scared to do it because that's the next distance that I will go. So I was really training well to do 32K in Cebu. During the last 4 kilometer, I was smiling like a crazy person. Not because it was easy, but I was really scared to do this one because my first time to do a half marathon, I was in burning pain. So I was thinking to myself, if I do another longer distance, I will feel that pain again. But when I did 32K in Cebu last August, it's not that hard than I did before because I was training myself. And that's when I realized the reason why I'm smiling is because I'm so proud of myself for not stopping from running, even though like I'm having a lot of difficult times during the first time. I'm really in so much pain and I still didn't stop. And when I did the 32K in Cebu, and it was not that painful for me anymore. It's fulfilling now. I'm smiling. I said to myself that, you know, you just shouldn't stop. You just have to continue doing it. And one day, you thought you're not built for it, but you just have to set in your mind that you can do it. And one day you can do it, really. As long as you wouldn't stop, you can get it. The next distance that I will do is, of course, the full marathon. So I was really preparing myself to do a full marathon, and it was supposed to be November 9. My training was set for that schedule. Before November 9, I was really training myself. But things happened. The marathon was rescheduled because of a super typhoon. I have a trip to Bali after November 9 because that was supposed to be my reward for running a marathon. But it got rescheduled. So what happened was, I went to Bali for a 3-week trip. I haven't trained there. So going home, I'm so scared to do a marathon because I met someone in Bali that told me that you shouldn't run a marathon without proper training because you're gonna injure yourself. So I don't want to injure myself. It's a 42K run. So I told my best friend when I got home that I wouldn't do a marathon anymore because I don't want to injure myself. But at the back of my mind, since I already set my mind to do a marathon before the year ends, I was really sad. 2 days before a marathon, my best friend told me that she would still run even though she haven't had a proper training because she also went on a trip. Because a friend told her that she can still finish a marathon without injury as long as she managed her pace well. I said to myself, if you can do that, then I'll join. I'll join to do the marathon. 2 days before the marathon, I just prayed to God that please give me strength to do the marathon and to finish the marathon without any injuries. So during the marathon, I was really prepared to endure any pain again because in 2024 I really managed to endure a lot of pain just to finish and get that medal. So during my full marathon, I was prepared for that. I finished my full marathon. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't impossible, especially when I trained my body to run for a year, and most importantly, I have trained my mind to endure the pain, and I finished my full marathon. And I think the message or the lesson from my whole journey is the only thing that's stopping you is yourself. Because all this year, like growing up, I always think about myself as not an athletic person. And that's the only thing stopping me from doing things that making me as an athlete. Because I always think of myself, I'm not athletic. So when that mindset changed, that I was so eager to really change something in me, that's when I realized the first thing into changing yourself is gonna be a lot of discomfort. You're gonna feel pain, you're gonna feel struggle, but it doesn't mean you should stop. It means that you're growing into something that you want to be. And that's what I learned from my whole journey. As long as you set it to your mind that you want to be that person, no one can stop you. And the only thing that's stopping you is yourself, because you're gonna put limitation into yourself, and that's what stops you. And if I could run a marathon as a person who's not really athletic person, he can do anything. And that's one thing that I really learned from this journey.